This picture will help you to recall what did I mention in the introduction video, that if you were a customer buying a box of oranges from a departmental store that claims to have a blockchain solution, these are all the privileges you will enjoy. What kind of privileges is that? First, you will get to know the information about the product you're buying. I think as consumers, I think we all use different products in our lives. We use cell phones, we use lots and lots of little keys, television, vegetables, or every single thing that we buy. And each product claims that it has certain features. However, we go by the trust that the things that are mentioned in the packaging are the information that we deserve to know, and those are the details that we can know, not beyond that. However, blockchain solutions gives you a lot more transparency towards every person who is involved in the entire business chain, right from where the product or the service is originated until where it reaches the end user. The relevant parties will get to know what is happening, because this is very necessary so that the end customer, in this case the buyer of the pack of oranges, okay, if he has to buy a good set of oranges, it has to happen with the collaboration or the synergy of many parties, right from the farmer who is actually growing those oranges, and the logistics person, and the person who is actually storing in the warehouse, and then who is again going to transport it to the departmental store, and people in the departmental store who is going to stack it and label it properly, everything, and it should come to you. And as a person who is paying money for that product, you deserve to know, am I paying the real value? Let us take the example of organic oranges, and what kind of information you would love to know, or you would prefer to know as a consumer. First, you would love to know, because you're paying an extra money, because these are organic oranges, not the normal oranges. You will get to know if these are actually from an organic farm, right? So as a consumer, you the primary information that you would like to know is where the farm is located, where, when it was actually sent from the farm immediately to the warehouse, and what date versus what date I am buying. So this information will make you believe that the oranges are from an organic farm, and it has reached me in the right time before the oranges are actually getting little rotten, which means you're buying a good quality orange which is of organic type, not of a normal type which is non-organic, which is like hybrid or artificial. Now for this you will also require another information. Okay, how do you decide that the information you're seeing on your you may see in the picture, that imagine this is your mobile phone, and what else information? Yes, it is showing some address of a farm from where these oranges have come. Now if this information is also having that this farm is certified as an organic farm for producing oranges with the license number, imagine your experience as a consumer. You will feel even more delightful. So the delight of a consumer of realizing the full value of money is one of the key offering of blockchain in the case of consumer. And if you are imagining that you are a logistics supplier for the departmental store, like you're the transporter, imagine, you would love to know that what is going to be your next order to pick up from some location and deliver in the departmental store much in advance. And also, if you would like to know if your invoice has been processed for whatever uh, goods that you have delivered to the departmental store much in advance, in what stage it is, and if everything is happening automatically in automated fashion, imagine the kind of energy and time you will be saving as a logistics player in this business chain. There also you have uh, an advantage of having a blockchain solution. So like this, a blockchain doesn't mean that it totally favors the end user and leaves the other people to suffer, but it is for the entire business, which means the end user up until the person who is actually supplying the service, everyone has a benefit out of this, which means everyone finds an efficiency factor in blockchain. So that is something you have to keep this in mind, because enterprise solution, whether this is blockchain or ERP solution, anything, the underlying factor is it should make things better. It should make things a little smarter than before, where less humans are involved or less time is invested, and the person who was actually doing some kind of work should be doing some matured level of work than what is being done, and you are able to add more value addition to the customer that way. So that's the underlying factor of any technology, and blockchain also matches to those expectations. It doesn't come here and disturb the ecosystem. It actually brings value to the ecosystem. That's something you must be absorbing at this stage itself. And the technology, whether it is blockchain or anything, the technology will always remain to be raw, in the sense it will be in a very formless shape, and we have to give shape for that by smart requirements design and building the solution above that. And this, again, this logic applies for any technology for that matter, not just blockchain. Even when it comes to data science, or even when you create a machine learning model, for example, you must be very clear about, okay, what is that requirement I'm going to address here, and what business sense it makes at last, whether it reduces time, whether it is reducing effort, and what impact it will bring for the ROI. When the customer or the company is going to invest so much of money on the technology, what is that ROI it's going to bring in terms of profitability, in terms of you may say more sales, reduced amount of time to complete a task or a business process in that way. So blockchain, all these questions, it has a clear yes. It definitely makes a lot of business sense. Yeah. Now let us get into this particular example, where I'm going to present you this particular case of IBM uh, Food Trust. IBM Food Trust is a offering from IBM. Okay, and as you know, IBM is a very dominant player when it comes to offering blockchain solutions, and IBM Food Trust is a very unique project when it comes to companies that are involved in food business. You may say the companies like Walmart, or anybody who is in the business of producing food or selling food or transporting food. So they have a set of solutions using blockchain, and we're going to discuss something about that now. And this is a brief of what IBM Food Trust solution is about. Again, IBM Food Trust is a trademarked name, and this is a solution. You may relate this to IBM, WebSphere or IBM's, cloud offering that way. So this is a blockchain product from IBM, which is customizable, and this has been first implemented for Walmart, which we will discuss in detail in the coming modules. IBM Food Trust creates a secure, shared, and permission record of transactions. This enables unprecedented visibility during each step of food supply chain. IBM Food Trust achieves new levels of trust and transparency, making food safer and smarter from farm to fork, which means from the place it is produced to the table, everything is secure. The people who must make decisions about stopping a shipment of food from the place or understanding if any danger is there in terms of if the food is not handled properly, in case of vegetables, if it is not being transported in the right temperature, imagine all this is being tracked in an automated fashion, and it is being in a maintained in a traceable way. So that's the unique aspect about IBM Food Trust solutions. So all these concepts of immutability, distributed ledger, time and again as we discuss these cases, you should be able to relate how does it come here. So you may pause the video and think, okay, where do I see immutability in this situation? What kind of distributed ledger technology is existing here? What is the distributed nature in this kind of a solution? So time and again you have to pause and ask these questions to yourself, though I will be briefing about you again and again, because this is very important. Fundamentals are very important, and if you're looking yourself in terms of growing fast or being clear in understanding the requirements from your customers and devising a technical design out of that, or architecting a solution out of that, these are all the important factors. Because while you compromise on fundamentals, your next part of the journey becomes that much weaker, right? So these are all very important. So time and again you pause and ask yourself, how do I relate whatever concepts I have learned in the previous modules to this? Where do I see those modules, or those concepts coming into the picture in this current case or scenario? Because we will be discussing about Walmart and also Honeywell. So you have to pause and ask yourself, how do I see those concepts being relevant in these cases? Yeah. So in the next module, we will have a deep dive into what the IBM Food Trust product is all about, and we will be learning some critical concepts as well.